Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm William Brantley from North Jackson, Tennessee, on Walker Road. I'm ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary, and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. Alrighty, turned out to be a cloudy day today. Some rain did occur, was expected, and still cloudy out there. Matter of fact, I believe we're going to have to wait, the way it looks, until next Monday or Sunday and Monday this weekend and next week to get any sunshine. The clouds are just going to be dominant for a full week, and really based upon the 15-day outlook, we may only have 2 or 3 days out of the next 15 days when we might get some sunshine all day. Rest of the days are going to be generally cloudy, and that's really good news, isn't it? Oh my goodness, we really got getting socked in toward the latter half of middle of January into toward the end of January. Well, of course, things could change between now and then, since we are in that month of the year. Well, alrighty, I thought I'd go ahead and let you know I haven't had a chance to post it. I just released it a few minutes ago. The National Weather Service has issued a dense fog advisory for all counties in West Tennessee, valid from now till 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'll be posting a map of it on my Facebook group page and Twitter page after the video. And also, what was it I was going to mention? I guess I could do that after I give you the stats. I was going to share with you a record that we set for the first week in January. Ended up being the coldest week on record for the Jackson area in general, courtesy of Mr. Tom Miners with Channel 7 Jackson, Tennessee News. He posted it, and I decided to check my records, and it verifies all right. Of course, along with the airport. I'll show you that in just a moment, but it turned out to be the coldest week, first week of January on record, which wouldn't be hard to believe, as cold as it's been. Alright, yesterday's low temperature here in North Jackson was 20 degrees. Yesterday's high was 46 degrees. Had 0.05 of an inch of rainfall yesterday here in North Jackson. The highest wind gust was 36 miles per hour out of the south at 6:36 p.m. Coldest wind chill yesterday was 18 degrees at 1 a.m. And coldest low in West Tennessee yesterday was 19 degrees, and that was at Lexington and Paris, Tennessee, while the warmest would be 48 degrees at Memphis, Tennessee Airport, and at the National Weather Service Forecast Office, as well as at Bolivar and Somerville, Tennessee. Alrighty. Well, I've got the records right here in the front of me. I forgot about it. So, the record that I mentioned to you, in the average temperature for the first week in 2008, 18 weather. I don't know where I got the idea of 08 from. It should be 18. I put down 08. I meant 18. Would be 21.0 degrees. The average low was 10 degrees, and the average high was 32.1. So the average of the average was 21.0 degrees. Alright, we barely had a record though, because the old record was set back in 2010, the first week in January, with an average temperature of 21.4 degrees here in North Jackson. Now, the airport was roughly a degree difference, but between my Bemis records and my North Jackson records, here I winded up 0.4 of a degree being the coldest one on record. So I was about a half a degree colder than what the airport was when it comes to average temperatures for this occasion. But 21.0 was the average temperature for the first 7 days of January of this year, and that turned out to be the coldest average first week. And the record that we broke was the one in 2010 with 21.4, so we broke it by 4/10 of a degree here in North Jackson. And I believe the airport was about 1.1 degree difference. All right, I guess I don't really need to show that one. I've already got it, so let me delete that. Well, no, I might show it to you for fun. It was a nice little graph he showed. I'll show it to you momentarily. Let me get on to today's climate data first. At 5 p.m., the skies were cloudy and drizzle was still falling in spots, including here on Walker Road, with a temperature of 42 degrees. Hallelujah. We're above freezing. The dew point was 42 degrees. The humidity would be 100%. We had east winds at 5 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 30.13 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature here was 37 degrees. Today's high was 45 degrees. And here on Walker Road in North Jackson, I've had 60 hundredths of an inch of rainfall today, for a storm total of 65 hundredths of an inch. But today alone, 60 hundredths of an inch. Now in Bemis, in South Jackson, they had 55 hundredths of an inch of rainfall out south. So north side, well, at least here at my location, had a little bit more than what Bemis had, but not by much. Maybe a 1/10 of an inch difference. But even that's pretty close for about a 10-mile radius, roughly. So that's still pretty close. And of course, that's the total for the month and year, too, so far. The lowest humidity would be 76% at 12 a.m. What an odd time for the lowest humidity to occur at midnight. The highest one would be 100%, of course, and that has occurred several hours today. Started off at 8 a.m. and lasted through 1 p.m. and then again from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Today's lowest barometric pressure would be 30.03, and that occurred at 4 a.m., while the highest would be 30.16 inches, and that occurred at 10 a.m. Today's highest wind gust was 29 miles per hour out of the south. At I like saying that because we've had so many days of north winds. We actually had some out of the south at 29 miles per hour at 4:20 a.m. And yes, we had a little bit of a wind chill today. Coldest was 31 degrees at 2 a.m. Thank goodness this came up dramatically from the last few days. All right, the other records for January the 8th. Hottest high would be 73 degrees in 2006. Coldest high would be 11 in 1970. The warmest low would be 60 in 1965, while the coldest low would be 0 in 1970. Alrighty, the rainfall record for today would be 1.51 inches, and that occurred in 1964. Snowfall record, get this one. In 1997, we had a lot of freezing rain and sleet in melted form. Now, from my understanding, they've had an ice storm over in East Tennessee today. I just don't know how intense it was. But here, melted form, we had 40 hundredths of an inch of melted freezing rain and sleet here in Jackson, or probably in Bemis, well, possibly all of Jackson as well, in 1997. Of course, the big ice storm that hit all of us was in 1994, I believe, and February toward the middle of the month, around the 11th or 12th of February 1994. But we also had a pretty good sized one in 1997 that left in melted water form 40 hundredths of an inch of freezing rain and sleet. Alright, that happened then. Again on January the 8th of 1997. Alrighty, I think that takes care of all of the basic stats that I wanted to show you. I'll go ahead and pull up that other one. Then we'll go to the radar. Let you see it. This is the one about the coldest first week of January. Now, the one that's posted is the airports, of course, that Tom Miners posted on his page. I shared it over to mine, but added my numbers to it to compare the two. So the airport's records in 2010 was 23.7 degrees. And mine would be 21.4 degrees. So that's a little difference, but it's not all that terribly unusual. The airport's average temperature for this year, 2018, was 22.4. And mine in Bemis was 21.0. And there you see the information there that I sent him and posted it to my Facebook and Twitter pages, Facebook weather group page. Yes, it was still colder, but by a smaller margin. Just 0.4 of a degree colder, but still colder. So yes, we had the record coldest first week of January. Alright, just thought I'd pass that along to you. Now let's go on to Doppler radar, courtesy of AccuWeather, of course. And they're not showing any precipitation on this one. For some odd reason, the Memphis, Tennessee radar has been down since about 9:15 this morning. Don't know why. So there's no echoes in our area. I don't think there's any echoes, even if it was working according to AccuWeather here. Of course, that's two different services. And also, according to AccuWeather's radar, there's nothing in West Tennessee. Might be some drizzle, but that's hard to pick up on regular radar. It is precipitating still over in Middle Tennessee, around Nashville, south of Nashville, and very light over in East Tennessee. But then again, I haven't checked to see how intense the freezing rain and ice was over in East Tennessee yet. So I hope everybody's okay over there. There's a pretty good size area of rain to the south of us, as you can see. It's moving east, so it's not going to bother us. I don't see any. They usually show color on this radar. If it's, frozen, I don't see anything. So I'm going to assume that the worst is let up. At least according to this radar. It's showing it's gone. What little dab of snow there was is up in West Virginia. It's well out of our area. And a little bit up there in Virginia and Maryland. Rest of it's rain all the way around. Maybe even some thunderstorms off of the Florida coast down there, off the Panhandle coast. Let me move on to the national view and show that a little bit better. There's a little warning on top about the dense fog advisory until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for all of West Tennessee. Alright, that's a little bit better view of this, showing the snow as close as maybe New Jersey, maybe a little bit of Maryland, but nothing here in Tennessee, just plain rain. Mainly in Middle Tennessee. Of according to this radar. East Tennessee is precipitation free, and so is West Tennessee. And there you see where the frozen stuff is in the northern plains states, and more rain out west, and maybe mixed in the high mountains and portions of the west. Alright. Look at the satellite picture, like quick like. It looks like as cloudy as it can be. And it is, actually. Boy, this is a funky looking radar. A Hans Persian. It still got cold weather, still got it looking funny. Looks foggy like, don't it? It's hard to tell whether or not it's clear or not on this one. My goodness, that just don't look right. It's cloudy, alright, but dang. Let me move on because I really don't know. I can't really tell nothing with. Let's see what the southeast. It shows it up a little bit, but it looks kind of clear there, don't it? Even for us, but it ain't. But it's not. It looks like it should be clear, don't it? Florida's cloudy. If you could even see it. I don't know if you can make out the state's lines or not. Let me go on to the national view. I may have to go to that other satellite. That one ain't too good, and this one is so-so. The southern portions of the country and down in Mexico is the only place that is really showing good. Now, those are clouds supposed to be in our area. It looks like it should be clear, but it isn't. Alright, let me move on to that other one, see what it shows. The other one that I like showing every now and then. I won't cut this off since I'm not using it anymore. Okay, let me bring this one up and show you the AWC satellite. Now, I don't know what AWC stands for, aviation weather. It shows up better than what that other one did. Yep, it sure does. It's still cloudy, of course. Yeah, look, it shows up better on this one. Yeah, it's pretty much cloudy still. Looked like the clearing line's way over there in north central Arkansas, maybe northwest Arkansas. A little clearing, but not a lot. And it looked like it's trying to clear some down in parts of Mississippi, on down toward the Gulf, according to this. Alright, let me look at the Little Rock one. Let me go to the Little Rock. It won't give me the whole nation, not on this one, unfortunately. Okay. That looks like it's clear in the western half of Arkansas. Yeah. Looks like it's clear sort of on the west side of Arkansas. Those clouds are just sitting there. They're not going anywhere. Looks like it's sort of clear down in Texas. And maybe toward the clear, maybe the western half of Missouri, maybe. Of course, cloudy here in West Tennessee. The clouds ain't going nowhere. They're pretty much stuck. And that kind of goes along with the forecast that I was telling you earlier. Alright, let me see if I can get a slightly better view of Tennessee, which is where I almost had it a while ago. Birmingham, Montgomery, Alabama. Let me try that. Yeah. And that gives a better view of Tennessee. And Tennessee is pretty much cloudy all the way to North Carolina. It's real thick right along the Tennessee-North Carolina border and on into the Carolinas. Alright. Might be clear some up there in the northern portions of Kentucky, but not here. We want to deal with the clouds for several more days, and at least until about Sunday or Monday, unfortunately. Alright, let's move on to Weather Underground's map features and show you we got a trough right here in Tennessee. Here's the precipitation map on the corner of the Weather Underground. And again, most of the snow is up there around Maryland, and especially up there in just east and northeast of Maine. Now, up in the southeast corner of Canada. All this down here is supposedly at least rain or freezing rain. But it's not showing up as freezing rain on this map either. Pretty good rain out there in the west, especially in California. Got some zigzagging cold fronts in different parts of the country. And it just updated. That's the very latest radar. And we see that trough right there, right here in West Tennessee. You can get a little closer view there. There's a trough going right through western Kentucky, right through West Tennessee, right over Jackson. A little gray dotted line there, on down to about New Orleans. That's a weak cold front, what that amounts to. But they call it a trough because it's a weak front. As you see, it's not really associated with any strong cold front, like that low down there south of Mississippi. But it's strong enough to keep the clouds in the area, and a little drizzle, spotty here and there. But that's a long line of rain though, but it's east of us. All the rain is east of Jackson. Measurable rain, I'll put it that way. And southeast of Jackson, of course. And this moving on east, nothing headed our way immediately. And we have a chance for some more drizzle, I believe, Wednesday morning, but I'll go into that shortly. Yeah, one more good look at Tennessee before I move to that point. There's that trough right through Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee weather, right over Jackson. That's why it's not going to clear up anytime soon. But there's a precipitation around us and all that. But it's sure plain rain here. But that doesn't mean it's. I don't even know what the temperatures are over there in East Tennessee at the moment. I'll worry about that later, I guess. I know it's above freezing here. What's next? The forecast, I guess. I'll just go on to the forecast here. And I'll read it to you the next few days forecast. A bit easier than trying to move the camera around for you to see it, all of it, as I have it printed out there. Alright, looks like it's going to be, of course, like I said, it's going to be mainly mostly cloudy all the way until Saturday night. Looks like mostly clear Sunday. And then fair half of Monday, and then back to mostly cloudy skies by Monday afternoon. So we've got several days of clouds, and then it's going to go back to mostly cloudy Monday afternoon of next week, and stay through Tuesday, and then finally become fair by Wednesday of next week, the 17th. I'm not going to go beyond that. The 9 days could change too easy. That's the good general forecast for the next several days. Now a little bit closer to tonight, mostly cloudy, of course. Generally speaking, I have some patchy fog is likely between now to 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I probably need to go in and put that in on my forecast here a little bit after the video. And of course, with patchy fog, you also have a ever so small chance of light drizzle falling through the fog. And they will go on to at least 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Actually, the chances for light drizzle is on and off throughout the day tomorrow. But the dense fog advisory ends at 9 a.m. Alright, tomorrow morning's low should be about 36 degrees. Hey, it's going to be above freezing for a low. Thank God. Close though. High tomorrow, 52 degrees. That's going to feel good. But look out this weekend. I'll give you that in shortly. With east winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. See, the moon will be setting, actually rising tonight at 11:55 p.m. and be setting tomorrow morning at 11:42 a.m. Oh, the last quarter moon is complete tonight, once it comes up. It became official last quarter at 4:25 p.m. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, of course, with patchy fog possible till at least 9 a.m. and possibly lighter on and off throughout the day with a 30% chance of some light drizzle during that occasion. With low near 30, I don't want to give you that, low of 36, high of 52. East winds at 10 to 20. Sun rises tomorrow morning at 7:05 a.m. Hey, look here, sets tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. Finally hit the 5 o'clock hour again. Finally. Slowly but surely getting that extra sunshine in the evening, but when it's cloudy, it's hard to detect the difference or tell that much difference. But at least it is setting at 5 o'clock and beyond as we go. The moon will be rising Tuesday at 12:05 a.m. and setting at 12:14 p.m. Tuesday afternoon. Now Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies continue with a 30% chance of some drizzle till noon. Probably have a little fog early in the morning, most likely. The drizzle chance increases to 40% by sunset. So maybe during the afternoon hours we won't get anything on Wednesday afternoon, drizzle or rain. But the rain does look like it's coming back by Wednesday night, though. At least that's the way it's looking as of right now. The low of 48. Oh my goodness, what a nice warm low. 48 for a low. High of 62. Ooh, we're going to get into the 60s. Yay! At least for a day or two. With south winds at 10 to 20. And more rain's possible on Thursday. Mostly cloudy with an 80% chance of more rain. With a low near 57 and a high of 63. A low at 57, near 60, and a high of 63. With south winds at 10 to 20. After that, the bottom falls out, if I can say that. Friday is really a mixture, and I hesitate to say it because it's still a few days out, and it can easily change. The forecast models has been changing so much in the last few weeks, every day, to when you go out beyond 5 days, it's a little, about to wait and see, but that's forecast period, actually. Right now, Friday looks like mostly cloudy skies with an 80% chance of rain, possibly changing to snow by Friday night around sunset and then ending around midnight. Low temperature Friday should occur at 11:59 p.m. Friday night, not Friday morning. Friday night of about 30 degrees. Now it's going to be warmer Friday morning. Should be around 44, I believe, or something like that for a low Friday morning. But by Friday night, midnight, it's going to drop down to 30, and that's probably where the rain is going to change to snow if this holds up. Alright, the high temperature Friday is going to be around 46 degrees. That probably occur during the morning hours or just before noon, before the temperature starts dropping. And we'll have north winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here we go. And my favorite forecast model, I hesitate to say it, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it, is predicting or projecting. The first day is very, I don't know, I'm just going to say 3 to 5 inches of snow here in Jackson by Saturday morning, or possibly by midnight Friday night, early Saturday morning. 3 to 5 inches of snow here in Jackson. But I don't know whether to believe that or not this far out, but we'll see. Okay, then move on to Sunday. Mostly cloudy with snow in the area left, if indeed it does come. And be mostly cloudy just about all day to sunset until Saturday night around sunset, and then it's going to finally clear out with a low near for a day or two. And that's it. Low of 25 Saturday morning. That's going to be pretty doggone cold. And a high of 29 degrees Saturday. And I'm supposed to be Never mind, I better not say that yet. The weather may hamper it. Moving back to Bemis, that's what I was going to say. There's a good chance around that time frame anyways. I don't need to be doing that kind of weather. I'll wait and see how things turn out. High of 29 with north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. By Sunday, it's going to be, whatever falls is going to stay around. It ain't going to leave until possibly Monday or Tuesday, if we get that much. Sunday, mostly clear skies, low of 9. It's going to get on back down there with the high of only 26 with north winds of 10 to 20. And Monday, finally, a little bit of sunshine during the AM hours. Fair skies till noon, then becoming mostly cloudy again with low of 15 and a high of 34. So if we do get snow Friday night, it may hang around till Monday afternoon or evening, especially if we get as much as they're projecting. But then again, I hesitate to really count on it, at least right now anyways. Alrighty, and Tuesday of next week, the 16th, still mostly cloudy with the 40% chance of more precipitation. I hesitate to say what kind because the temperatures are going to be on both sides of the freezing point. Low of 21, for example, that's definitely cold enough, but a high of 38, it'll probably melt. So we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a messed up day if it actually happens like that. Well, we're going to have southeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, so I favor rain over frozen precipitation more than anything, but hopefully we won't wind up with an ice storm over here in West Tennessee like East Tennessee had earlier today. We'll have to wait and see. That's a long way out. Then finally, one more time, Wednesday of next week, the 17th of January, fair skies with low of 25 and a high of 42 with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And that's the next 9-day forecast as of right now. Maybe I can tell you something totally different tomorrow. Probably will end up, knowing the way these forecast models keeps changing their mind. One more time tonight, basically mostly cloudy with some patchy dense fog in some spots. Visibilities will probably drop down to near, I believe it's eighth of a mile or a quarter of a mile or less through 9 a.m. tomorrow morning with some drizzle possible mixed in with that. And once again, 30% chance of light drizzle on and off all day tomorrow. Still mostly cloudy with patchy fog possible. Low of 36 and a high of 52. East winds at 10 to 20. Again, that's tomorrow's forecast. Alrighty, I think that's it for now. I thank you for listening. I'm sure that turned out to be a little longer than I'd wanted, but I was covering a lot of territory and thought you'd like to know. And that's it for tonight, and hopefully I'll be able to get back with you tomorrow night. And I hope you have sweet dreams tonight, and hope you enjoy these warmer than normal temperatures, because we're going to be back into the deep freeze for at least a couple of days toward the weekend. We're right in the middle of winter, and it's showing itself off now. Oh well, thank God for our side, we're still mainly melted. Let's hope it holds that way. Alrighty. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you for listening and watching, and hope to talk to you again tomorrow night.